Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Akhlesh Soni, and in this video we are going to see how we can create a list view with React. So before we further go, I want all of you to please subscribe to my channel and let's start. So this is what we are going to build in this tutorial. Just a simple product list with the help of React, and we are going to style it. So let's start. So here I have already created a project, as you can see, and now what we are going to do is we're gonna head over to our app.js file, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create page. So I'm creating this application for a series, so I'm going to create pages because I want multiple pages in this application. So let's create pages. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder named pages because there is plenty of pages, so we need a space to save those spaces, right? So we have created a folder. Now let's create a page. I'm gonna name it product list, as I'm going to use a product list as the display. Okay, so let's create the page. Now what we need to do is just write a few lines of exporting things. Export default will be used to export the function which we are just going to create. So function, and we're gonna name it the same as the file name, product list. Okay, and just gonna return something. So let's return a div. Okay, and just give it a class. We're gonna give it a class of page because it's a page, right? And just say something like product list. Okay, it's wrong, I know, but just see what happens. Okay, now back to app.js. Let's import that page here. Just type the page name and the work will be done already because it has already imported it. If it does not do for you, you can write this line: import product list from product list, and it will be imported, right? Now let's save it. Okay, I'm not saving. Yeah, now it's saved. Now just go to your terminal and run the app. So what I'm going to do is npm start. That will going to run your app in the browser. Let's see what happens. So here's the output. So as you can see, the component is rendering, and back to our app.js file, you can see that this component here, right, and this one is rendering, right, because we had something like product list in the box. Okay, now back to the coding round. What we need is a navbar. So what we going to do is we're gonna have a div, and we are going to we're going to give it a class name as navbar. Okay, and just gonna have few things. First is going to be okay, a class logo, and we're gonna name it something like shoppy. Okay, and we're going to have a input which is going to be of type search. Okay, and just name it search bar. Oh, that got really bad. Search bar. Okay, and just gonna give it a id of navbar2. Okay, and give it class name also as, oh, not navbar, sorry. It's gonna have a name of that. Okay, and class name of search bar 2, arch n bar. Okay, we can have a placeholder which is going to say type something. Okay, so type something. Okay, that's it. And we can have one more thing if we are allowed. Okay, so this one right here is going to help us in okay, you will see what that means just in a moment. Okay, so that is there. Now what we need is another button or a menu item which is going to be okay, and class as cart. It is just going to be a button. We're not going to use it right now. Okay, just say it menu button. Okay, so now when it's ready, now let's create our different thing. that we are going to need. So let's create our main div, which is going to host the product list. Okay, so what we are going to name it is a list, or directly product list. Okay, product list. And now what we need is a state. So what we are going to do is we're going to create a state with const, and this is going to be product list, or we can say product list. Okay, and this is going to use state function as the function, and this is going to define how our state will looks. Okay, so what it's going to actually have is a list of item, not just one item. It's going to have a list of item. So now what we need is okay, we have already created a list for our product. Now what we need is some sort of way to get the data. So here in the Chrome, let's search for one thing. It is fake API. Okay, so what it is, let me show you. So this API right here is going to give you access to some free API data like get all product. If you go there, you can have you can write this function, and this will going to return output. So let's just use this one to see what actually it returns, right? What we did is you can see that all data, it's all everything is data, like in it's in form of object, right? Like this. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get this data, and we need to actually show this in form of list. Okay, so let's copy this function right here, and what we need to do is we need to use one function which is use effect. And what this does, let me tell you what it does in a second. So what we have is a function, and this is just for telling it that only run this function one time, right? So now what we need to write in this use effect is the thing that we copied. So just paste it here, and it is going to return a response, and that response need to be converted into JSON form. So we are converting it into JSON form, and that JSON is actually going to have the data. So what we're going to do here is we are going to put that data into our product. Okay, and one thing we are going to have one thing here is like this. Okay, so this is going to be a set products. Okay, and we can name it products, then it's more sensible, right? So now we're going to set products, and the JSON has the data, so let's put JSON directly in. Okay, so now it will set the JSON product data into this product state. Okay, now we need to do is we need to go to our product list, and we just need to render that data. Okay, so what we are going to do is create a bracket thing right here. Okay, I'm just going to write one thing is products dot map. We're going to map that product list, and for each p, just name it p, we are going to okay, we're going to map that, and we are going to return. Okay, that right there is going to just return the thing. So we're just going to return a div. Okay, div, and just give it a class of product, and that will going to have multiple things. So let's start with what we had. Okay, so let's see what it actually have. Okay, now you can see we have multiple data, which is ID, title, price, category, description, and image. So let's create that, and what we are going to do is we are going to show image first, and just write here product
product dot image. Maybe it's image, I don't know. Okay. Oh, it's not product, it's p. Okay, it's p dot image, I guess. Let's see, it's image or not. Okay, it's totally image, right? Now let's just render out all the data. Now you see that we have all the data. Okay, the thing, and the thing. Okay, now we need to style it so it looks a bit like a website, otherwise it's looking just a trash data floating around in the browser. Let's style it. So now that we have created it, I have already created a style file in my styles folder for this. As you can see, I will link down the code so you don't have to worry about the style. Okay, so we are just going to apply that style file in this JSX file. Just import that file. Just gonna import that file in from the styles. Okay, so now it will work. So let's check. Yeah, it's working. So as you can see, we have this product list. So we'll be working on the search item and the cart and everything in the later videos. For now, so if you liked it, you can like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have something to you want to ask, just ask me in the comments. Okay. So thank you for watching this video.